Hello everyone, Cole here with another episode of Questions for Cole. This is our 53rd episode. The question for today is about miracles. This one was sent in a couple weeks ago, and this is how the person put the question to me. Cole, do you believe in miracles, or that God sometimes has his hand on someone in trouble? And then they share a story about a little autistic boy with only a diaper and a t-shirt who wandered away, and it's thought that he drowned because his tracks ended at the river's edge, but he was found some several hours later, floating with his arms wrapped around a log, and he had spent those hours in very cold water and suffering from hypothermia. The rescuers could not believe their eyes, as they all thought it was a recovery mission. Wow, that is an amazing story, and a great question. I answered a similar question way back in episode 2 when someone asked me whether or not I believed that the story of the loaves and the fishes was a miracle story. My first response to any question about miracles is, I don't know. And that is the truth. I guess I would say that I think I have a healthy skepticism when it comes to miracles. There's always a part of my brain that immediately tries to figure out what other explanation there could possibly be. Is there a scientific explanation? Is there possibly something else going on in the story that makes sense somehow? That doesn't mean I don't believe in God. I absolutely do. It just means that I have a lot of trouble believing that that's how God works. Because even though there are stories like that one about the little boy, there are other stories that are tragic about little ones who have died in similar circumstances. So where was the miracle for them? I believe in a God who treats everyone the same, a God who created us all and loves us all equally. And whenever I hear a miracle story, it might sound really positive at first, but my mind always goes to the other stories, similar stories without the happy endings, without the miracle. And I always have to wonder, is God like that? Playing favorites? Choosing miracles for some and not for others? I hope not. That's just not the God that I believe in or see in the Bible. Of course, there are miracle stories in the Bible. I think that some of the miracle stories can be explained in other ways. Also, many of those miracle stories are miracles that are performed by Jesus, so I'm not sure we can expect those to happen today. And don't forget that many times Jesus didn't want people to talk about those miracle stories. He would tell people to go back home and not say anything about what had just happened. Maybe Jesus didn't want people to expect miracles on a regular basis. Or maybe those miracles were a temporary thing while Jesus was alive. I don't know. I also believe that we need to keep trying to build a society in which we aren't relying on God to fix everything for us through miracles or through other means, but one in which we create a just and loving society because of our own choices and how we treat one another. Guided by God, yes, absolutely, but not relying on God to pull the strings and act out the miracles. And I don't know how to explain why God would provide a miracle cure or a miracle rescue or a miracle intervention for one person or one set of people and not the next. But having said all of that, my first answer still holds, and that is that I just don't know. Stories like the one about the little boy are difficult to explain any other way. Coincidence? Maybe. Good luck? Maybe. Miracle? Maybe. I don't mind the idea of having some mystery in our lives, some things that we just can't explain other than God did that. But I also think that it's really important that we believe in a God who is God of all and not just God of some. And whenever we hear a story where someone is saved or someone avoids an accident or someone is healed, I think we need to remember that there are so many others who are not saved, not healed. And I'm not sure we want a faith that is built up on the basis of miracle stories that only happen to a few people here and there and not to others. Thanks for the question. That was probably about the least helpful answer I've ever given on Questions for Cole, but it's an honest answer. I don't know. I believe in God. Miracles are perhaps possible. They're mysterious for sure, but they're also problematic. So Leave some room for the mystery of God in your thinking, but be cautious. Let's all do some more thinking about what we can do to share God's love with others more than just expecting God to do it all. That's it for this week. And that's it for the next couple of weeks too, as I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks off. But I'll be back with another episode on June 30th, if there are any more questions to answer. So send them in to cole@selkirkunitedchurch.ca, and I'll see you then. Take care, everyone. God be with you.